What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to my trophy list review series. In this series you submit your trophy list via YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, email. I've got to hand it to you. You guys are getting really creative about how you submit your trophy lists. So this video goes out to the beginners. So although I've been on YouTube for about a year now and I've grown a little bit and I think my little stake in the community has definitely expanded and there's lots of new people who have discovered my stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. If you're new, welcome. If this is your first video, welcome. But on that, what has come with my little niche getting a little bit bigger has come a lot of new trophy hunters. And new trophy hunters who have told me that their first platinum was this year or last year. Spider-Man was their first platinum, Ghost of Tsushima was their first platinum. That's awesome. Welcome so much to the community. You are entirely welcome to be here. And on that, what I thought I would do is, because my normal trophy lists, they consist of people who are like 85 years old and their PSN accounts are like 65. And these are the people who, they've got like sore thumbs from gaming too much over the years and they're very experienced gamers. And then that's how they earn their place on the Trophy Hunter Hall of Fame, which is the Hall of Fame that we have running coincidentally with this video series. But today I want to talk about the beginners. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go over 4 or 5 smaller trophy lists who have been trophy hunters for a very short period of time. So I put a little post out there on my YouTube community tab, as one does, and I said that if you have 50 platinums or less, or you have earned your first platinum trophy was the beginning of last year or later, then you can submit your trophy list for this new beginner series. So what I'm going to do is, there's going to be no Trophy Hunter Hall of Fame. I don't want to put that pressure on new people. I don't want this to be exclusive at all. What I want to do is I just want to look at new gamers, new trophy hunters, and talk about what the games they've been playing, the platinums they've been earning, and then I'm going to give you my honest 2 cents, and I might recommend a game here or there, and let's just share this experience and welcome in all the new beginners to our little community. So let's drop the drop, and let's get on with the video. Okay guys, so here is our first trophy list, which is Damn Crack 5 from the US of A. 23 platinums, country rank of 150,000. I mean, these are all going to be high country ranks. I maybe not focus on those too much actually. Completion of 97.81% though. Damn, not bad. 35 games played and 31 completed games. I want to talk about these lists a little bit differently today. I want to talk about all the platinums they've earned, so that way I can get an idea of the games they've actually been playing, the games they've actually enjoyed earning a platinum on, and then we're going to talk about the games they haven't finished later on, so it won't be in alphabetical order like the trophy list reviews have been in the past. And yeah, it's a really high completion percentage, 97.81%. That's higher than mine. It's higher than mine, which is really cool to see. And his description is, when a plat isn't good enough, complete it. That is kind of confusing. He's kind of saying that when the plat isn't good enough to get 100%, you've still got to keep finishing it. I don't know. Anyway, his background is God of War, which means either he loves God of War so much that he wants to keep it on there all the time, or he's just finished playing God of War. I guess we'll find out. And he has in his trophy cabinet Mass Effect Platinum, not bad, MLB The Show, and God of War. Cool. So Sound Shapes is done 3 times now. I think that's kind of stackable. Yeah, it looks like it is, the way it's been earned the same day. I don't know too much about that game. It was before my time on the whole trophy hunting world thing. We've then got Gravity Rush Platinum, 100% on the Vita. I haven't done that yet, so bravo for that. There's like DLC. The DLC was really expensive at the time. I did the game, got the Platinum, and I was like, it was like £20. And I was like, I'm going to pass on that. 3 years later, I decided to buy it. When I thought the PS Vita stores were going to close, that was when I bit the bullet and bought the DLC, and I haven't played it yet, so I'm still it kind of feels pointless right now that I spent that money on something I haven't played. But anyway, Astro's Playroom. If you've got a PS5, you've got to platinum this game, am I right? And 100%ed. It's a great little fun for Platinum Trophy. Everyone should play it. It's just great fun. If you love PlayStation, so much nostalgia. Then got The Walking Dead in the Vita. It's good to see you're playing the Vita. I like it. We then got a lot of PS3 games. This is actually quite an old account, but the reason why it fits the criteria is the fact it's less than 50 plats, 23 platinums. We then got all the God of War series. Pretty badass, good to see. It's weird, I wasn't expecting to see such a complete series list in such a small account. So we've got all the God of War games. Going back to 2014, have you taken a gap at some point? Maybe taken a break? And we've then got Mass Effect done, Miles Morales done, great game, really easy platinum. A few little easy ones here in form of Attack of the Toy Tanks, Dragon Fantasy Book 2. That might be easy, I'm just going off how rare the platinum is and the fact that it's been done in a week. Tearaway, Lord of the Rings, Lego Lord of the Rings, some sports games, Dragon Fantasy again, MLB The Show. So that's all the platinums, to be fair. A mixture of sports games. It looks like you've taken a massive break by the looks of it. This account, is everything like 2014 to 2021? Yeah, maybe you were a completionist and then maybe you took a break from it and then just come back. Interesting, interesting. We're then going to look onto a few games he hasn't finished, or 100% with no platinums. Walking Dead, Tale of Two Sons. And then we've got some games unfinished, which you look like you are working on: Infamous, Festival of Blood, God of War 3, and Undertale. God of War 3 wasn't finished, in fact, back in 2014. Fair play, maybe it wasn't for you. What are my thoughts on this? Well, it's a very small list. Some lists are going to be a little bit bigger with more platinums and less in more unfinished games. This is a very concise list. It's basically got a mixture of a few Telltale games in there, a lot of God of War games, and then a few sport games in there scattered about as well, a few easy platinums here and there. I mean, all in all, it's a pretty good list. I mean, there's no ultra rares, which is a shame. It would be cool if you could maybe say, set yourself a challenge, pick a game that maybe might pose you a little bit of a challenge, and then go for an ultra rare platinum, maybe, or an ultra rare, even an ultra rare trophy. There's a few ultra rare trophies in most games scattered about. They're not always particularly hard, some of them are a lot easier, but it'd be cool if you could earn a couple ultra rares, dude. That would probably be my challenge to you. Maybe something like a Yakuza game or something that they're not easy games, but they are challenging, and you earn an ultra rare trophy, which is never a bad thing. If I was to recommend a few Telltale games, I probably would recommend you finish The Walking Dead, and I'd recommend Game of Thrones. It's a really good Telltale game. Telltale's a very hit and miss. I think Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't very good. I didn't enjoy the Batman ones particularly much either, but I did really enjoy The Walking Dead and the Game of Thrones Telltale. I think it's kind of like you got a collection of really good story-driven games and really bad story-driven games. And if you did like them, potentially something like I see you've done Heavy Rain, so maybe something like Beyond Two Souls, Until Dawn, or Detroit Become Human. Those story-driven games. Detroit Become Human is such a good game. I couldn't recommend it enough. And then, of course, if you do like your AAA game, if you like your first-party Sony games, there's loads of first-party Sony games I would recommend. Obviously, you've played Miles Morales. Dude, I highly recommend you go back and play Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. It's a masterpiece, in my opinion. Okay, guys, so our next list is Beth Harmon. 20 platinums. We're seeing a level of 246, a completion of 63.32%. So this one's a little bit lower, more of a casual list, which is absolutely fine. You know, if you're a beginner trophy hunter, you are more than likely going to have a casual list, and there's nothing wrong with having low completion percentages. I know in the past I've been a bit like nitpicking on them, saying like 80% higher is impressive. It is impressive to see, but don't let it put you down. Who cares, man? As long as you're enjoying gaming, that's the most important thing. And we've got 43 games played, 13 completed games, and 20 platinums. So there must be a lot of DLC you've missed, I'm assuming. And have we got any ultra rare platinums? And we do. We've got a platinum for Fall Guys. So damn, son. I can see it there in the trophy cabinet. So first things first, Spider-Man 100%. Great to see. All in all, a really good game. I love Spider-Man so much. It's a pretty easy platinum as well. And then we've got Last of Us Remastered. That's not an easy platinum. You've got to play the game. It's 100% as well. You've got to play the game on Grounded and then do all the DLC. Left Behind on Survivor, I believe. So many playthroughs, collectibles, online trophies. It's quite difficult. Really good game though. And then we've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Again, it's got the famous Mile High Club trophy or Mile High Club level, which makes it quite difficult. Ratchet & Clank, Detroit Become Human. Good first party games. Crash Bandicoot Warp isn't. I've platinumed that, and it's not an easy game. It's definitely like a 5 out of 10. It's quite challenging. We then got Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and it was earned in March 2021. So for those who didn't know, there was an exploit in May. If I see any Fall Guys trophies, platinums earned in the month of May 2021, I'll be just being like, okay, good for you, but I'm not impressed by it. I am impressed to see Fall Guys Platinum though in March of 2021. Damn, mega skilled platinum there, without a doubt. Whew, that's something you should be proud of. That's definitely one of those trophies which has got such a RNG, so much luck, bit of skill, and damn, well done.
Very nice.
We then got a few easy games in the form of Grace and Pinkman, and then got Crash Bandicoot 2 done. Damn, you're a better gamer than me. I've already seen this list. I'm looking thinking, you are a better gamer than me, because I'm scared of Crash Bandicoot, man. I'm scared of it. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm going to crash it there, and he's broken, his leg fell off. I'm a bit sad about it. But anyway, Plague Tale Innocence is a story-driven game I've wanted to play for a long time, and it's downloaded on my console. I have this problem, I just buy all these games, and I just never play them. I'm sure you can relate to that as well. Anyways, moving on a little bit further. Resident Evil 2 done. Bravo. Concrete Genie. Oh, I should say as well, have you done all the DLC as well for Crash Bandicoot? Does Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3 have DLC? Crash Bandicoot 2 does. You've done that, so bravo. Crash Bandicoot 3 does, sorry. Because the reason why I say that is because I can then see the platinum for Last of Us 2, Resident Evil, Concrete Genie, not bad. Crash Bandicoot 1 is the hardest of the trilogy. Platinumed. The one trophy left, it's probably for doing the the Stormy Ascent, disgustingly hard game level. But well done, Beth, for doing that. Really impressive. We then got Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 all done. You're probably missing certain DLC. I think you must have done some of the DLC. You're only 3 trophies away from each. Let's have a little bit of a deep dive into what you actually have not earned. Oh, so it's a game on Brutal, and then the speedruns. So you could do the speedruns, it's just whether or not you could be bothered. I totally get that. I am in the exact same boat. I haven't done the speedrun for any of those 3 games, and they kind of are bringing down my percentage, but it's just, can you be bothered to like play like 20 hours of a game just to get your percentage up from 90 to 100%? I can't. I definitely can't. I think got Days Gone done, Platinum. Pretty easy Platinum. The DLCs, for me, was a big challenge. I really struggled with it quite significantly. And you haven't done either. I would, if you want a challenge, I would encourage you to do it. It is tough, though. It will test your ability. Especially the driving ones are horrendous. We've then got the Platinum for Ghost of Tsushima. We've got Red Dead 2 done, almost finished. You've pretty much sort of like, you've done more than me on this game. I'm just opening up all these games. I kind of want to see where you have played and where you're up to. So you haven't done the 100% of the gold missions, but you've done a fair few collectibles, have you? That's fair play. There's a lot of grinding. There's like, I'm at the point where I think I'm at about 75% completion with Red Dead 2, and I think I'm like 200 hours away from getting the platinum. So that's why people are like, why don't you just go for the platinum for Red Dead 2? Because it's literally like, after 100%, do all the golds, and then replay the game again to get some missable trophy errands. So it's like, wrong pass. Crash Bandicoot 4, I'm looking at some of the games you haven't finished. I'm not going to delve on these too much because I've got other people to get through, but some of these games you definitely could finish. Lost Legacy is so easy. I don't know why you've left that. Obviously, Super Meat Boy, you aren't going to be getting that plat anytime soon, but there's a few hard games on here, like Call of Duty World War II. There's also a lot of easy games, though, like Miles Morales started, left. Combat X. I mean, Witcher 3 is a long game, but it's doable. Yakuza 0. There's a lot of games you've started and sort of abandoned over the past 3-4 months. Like Yakuza 0 in April, Sonic Mania in January. I mean, maybe they just weren't for you. You can't expect people to finish every single game. I think the video that came out, I did a video about 7 life tips for gamers, which you can check out now. It's out now. And in that, I mentioned that my own tips. It was based on a book called, I've got it here actually, which is actually a coincidence because I'm reading it on my lunch break when I'm at work, so I just keep it by my side. Reality is Broken by Jane McGonigal, and she talks about how she gives tips on how to be a practical gamer. And I added a few of my own tips at the end, and one of my tips was when the fun stops, stop, like an addiction. And there's nothing wrong with walking away from games that you haven't finished. If I could give you some recommendations, Beth, it would be, you know, Miles Morales is a great game. I'd really like you to finish that. That would be really good. And there's a few, you've got some serious skill here. Some really good skill. Maybe when you get yourself a PS5, obviously play Astrobot. Maybe Sackboy could be a good platinum for you because it's kind of a challenging platformer, but it's nowhere near as hard as Crash Bandicoot. I wouldn't recommend you go for the platinum for Crash 4. No, I wouldn't recommend that for many people because it's one hell of a grind. Maybe just clean up a few of the games that you want to play. Like some of the games are so good, I would really recommend finishing. Like Horizon Zero Dawn is an 8 out of 10. Lost Legacy is a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. And then, you know, some other games here and there. And yeah, but I'm pretty impressed with this one, especially that Fall Guys platinum. Bravo. Okay guys, so here's our next trophy list, and I think it's just Lewis, but with a Louise. I don't know. Anyway, it kind of looks like it's a funny way of spelling my name, which is Lewis, and that's how you spell my name, but with an I, not too easy at the end. Lawis. That's why I picked it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought your name was Lewis. So, anyways, 42 platinums. Completion percentage is quite low this time, 29%, which is absolutely fine. You know, I ain't judging you. I'm just talking about the games you have played. So, as I said, 42 plats. Any ultra rares? 4 ultra rares. Good to see. Gran Turismo, Virtual Tennis, 2009. This must be an old account, maybe. But anyway, it is an old account in fact, but not many platinums. So, Astro's Playroom, great game. God of War, marvellous. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3, that's quite a hard platinum, isn't it? I think the Spec Ops trophies were built into that game. So, bravo for that one. Again, Modern Warfare Remastered, Mile High Club. That must be a popular game now because it was free on PS Plus a couple of years ago. I've got it downloaded on my account, surprisingly. I just had never ever touched it. Then got Ratchet & Clank, good first party game. Telltale from the Borderlands, that is another good Telltale games. So I said I wasn't a fan of like the Batman games and the Guardians of the Galaxy, but Game of Thrones and the Borderlands is a really good Telltale game. We then got Uncharted Drake's Fortune, the original on the PS3. 2009 you platinumed that one. Damn. You're not really a beginner trophy hunter, are you really? You're kind of like, you're just a trophy hunter who just is selective with the platinums that you earn, clearly. But I'll let it slide, Lewis, because we've got the same name. We've got that connection, am I right? We then got Wolfenstein New Order, Lost Legacy, great games. Lego Indiana Jones, I'm not a fan of Lego guys, I do say it's quite frequently. Heavy Rain, it's a bit grindy, quite a few playthroughs. Miles Morales, what a game. It's not as good as the original Spider-Man game, but it's definitely a good game. You then platinumed Watch Dogs Legions. Bravo! Let's share our joint pain as to how bad that Platinum Trophy was. Such an average game. People don't like it when I complain about Ubisoft. Some people like it, some people don't like it, and I don't care. I don't like Ubisoft games at the moment. I say that, and then I like the older games. So I like Assassin's Creed 3. Like Assassin's Creed 3 has had a remaster, and that game's kind of like I kind of want to play it because that was like kind of, I know people didn't like Assassin's Creed 3, but I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the Civil War setting, I enjoyed Connor as a character, and so it's kind of like for me was kind of when it was like peaking at Assassin's Creed 3, and then it kind of went downhill. Like Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag, they were like kind of like the peak of Assassin's Creed, then from there it's just been like quite swiftly down. But anyways, you've done Brotherhood, another good Assassin's Creed game. A Way Out, Hitman Absolution. I liked Hitman Absolution, but I thought it was a really weird step in the direction of Hitman because it was quite story orientated, which kind of was weird. I kind of like Hitman being just, you're an assassin, go kill somebody in the sandbox world. Maneater. Oh, the game that probably started off the destruction of my PlayStation controller. So, as the day of you're watching this, my controller's still not back. It's probably been, at this point, 3 weeks since I sent it away, and it's still not back. 2 weeks, I think, but still. So I'm stuck on PS4 game, but that's not the end of the world. Bug Snacks. And I don't know about Bug Snacks. I don't know. Let me know if you like it or not, because I feel like it just wouldn't gel with me. I wouldn't be interested in it. But then I've heard it's got quite an interesting story at the end, so I don't know. We then got a few Sherlock Holmes games. Not really hard platinum trophies, but like story-driven games. There's a very big mixture of games on this list. It's actually massive how much variation there is here. Some more Telltale games. Batman, Need for Speed, Far Cry 3 Classic. Now, I think the Far Cry 3 Classic Edition kind of highlighted the fact that the game is really not aged well. For its time, it was really good. I think I played it in like last year or the year before, and I didn't enjoy it at all. I thought it was pretty garbage, actually. But Far Cry is another one where I think they just haven't innovated at all. It's just a very generic, bad game idea. Just Ubisoft box ticking. I am all over the place. I'm always all over the place. I don't know. I'm just so meh. Call of Duty done. I really want to play that one, but isn't there like 2 DLC trophies which are like somewhat tiring, which involve working as a team with other people. Working as a team with other people? Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? Do you think I've got friends? No thanks. We've then got Horizon Zero Dawn. We're at the point where there's a few platinums, but they're less than 100% now. We haven't finished The Order 1886. It's such an easy game, man. Such an easy game. And I really enjoyed it as well. There's going to be a lot of unfinished games here I'm starting to see. Yeah, we've got like Gran Turismo, LA Noire, Platinum done no DLC, Spider-Man done no DLC, shame man, it's such an easy game, the DLC's so easy. A lot of unfinished games, as was to be expected with this list. A lot of easy games you could definitely finish as well, like Infamous First Light, Lego Harry Potter, Detroit Becomes Human, Lego Jurassic World, Overcooked 2, I know you got to buy the DLC, but still it's easy. There's a lot of easy games on this list, but clearly maybe it's just not your forte. You know, there's nothing wrong with not finishing games if you haven't finished them. If you haven't enjoyed them, there's nothing wrong with not finishing a game that you aren't enjoying. I mean, that totally makes sense to me. I think it's the healthiest way to actually play it, to be honest. This is such a hard list of recommendations because it's such a varying list. There's so many games you've finished, you've not finished. You've finished certain games that maybe I thought you would finish, like. There's no reason why you haven't finished Batman Arkham Asylum because it's challenging, but it's doable. You've got the ability clearly in this list to play harder games, but you know, just keep it doing you. I'm not going to give any advice in this one because there's nothing wrong with leaving games you don't enjoy. I think maybe there's a few games on the list that you could definitely finish. Like there's a load of easy games on here you could definitely finish, like Rocket League. So I almost said Crash Bandicoot there, it's not an easy game, but there's definitely easy games on this list you could definitely finish, so I'd probably encourage you to go back and to do that if you want to, but like I said, if you're happy just playing games and leaving them, just so be it. Okay, so our final list for today is Hey Dave 15. Hey Dave. Hey Dave. Dave. Hey. Hey Dave. How you doing, man? You good? I'm glad you're good. I hope you're good. Hope you're doing well, Dave. Hope me looking at your list is making you feel like saying hate everybody else. 22 platinums. 0.5 trophies per day. Ooh, not a lot of trophies per day. 67% completion. Pretty average. Pretty casual, but nothing wrong with that, my friend. 44 games played, 12 finished. Any ultra rares? Oh, damn! You almost got as many ultra rares as me. I'm seeing a platinum for Fall Guys, Red Dead 2, and Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh, mama. Damn, son. Let's just get into it. Borderlands 2 platinum. I mean, I've done that. I've done 100%, and I know that it's a really long game. It's like, I think it took me about 150 hours to 100%. A lot of DLC grinding. The DLC is like 30-40 hours. There's a lot of grinding, there's a lot of running about doing stuff you probably wouldn't normally do in actually playing Borderlands 2. So I'm impressed with that. I'm really impressed with that. We then got GTA 5 done. Damn, that's impressive. 1.79% ultra rare platinum. I could not be asked to do that. I just don't have the willpower to do those long grinds anymore. Hell of impressive, my friend. Then got Ratchet & Clank, Assassin's Creed, easy games, good games. Red Dead Redemption 2, another ultra rare platinum trophy. Damn, son, you should be impressed with that. I'm impressed with this list. Damn. And then we've got Fall Guys as well. Fall Guys was on the 18th of May. Now the question is, was it boosted? I think the answer is yes. I think it probably was boosted. So I'm gonna have to take that pride back a little bit because it's still a rare platinum, but it's was it earned in an impressive way? Nah. But anyway, I'm still impressed with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Bravo. Got a few Lego games here. We've got Walking Dead the Definitive Edition. So that's like all the Walking Dead games, and we've actually got Lord of the Rings War in the North. Well done. People probably don't know what this game is. It was a 3-player RPG PS3 game, and I loved it. It was about the War in the North, surprisingly, and it was a really fun RPG. I had so much fun with this back in the day. I was going to rebuy it, but the problem is you need 3 players to get the last trophy. So I need to have 2 other people who have PlayStation 3 accounts, PS Plus, and have the game to get the last trophy. If you do want to someone wants to do this trophy with me, let me know, and I will definitely buy the game and play it with you. But I'm happy to see that because it's a game you don't see very often. Then got the Playroom done, Red Dead Redemption 1 done as well, 3.298% ultra rare. Bravo, my friend. It's got missing timestamps, but I don't really care. Concrete Genie, Last of Us 2 done. Mad Max, is that unobtainable now? You might miss your chance for that one, bro. Ghost of Tsushima, Platinum no DLC, which is a shame because the DLC is the only hard part of the actual game, but great game though. I've been playing it at the moment, and I have to say it's an absolute masterpiece. I love it. It's so good. We then got some both Middle-earth games, good games, really good games. We're at the point now where we're seeing a lot of more empty lists. We've got some Platinums here for Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn. Have you got a PlayStation 5? Have I missed that? No PlayStation 5. Shame. Not yet, anyway. And then that's pretty much the list. We've got some unfinished games and Driver San Francisco. It's got some ultra rares, that one. Max Payne 3. Last of Us Part 1 on the PS3, which might be unobtainable now. There's a lot of games on here which, fair play. If you didn't enjoy them, I can't expect people to want to play them. You like Assassin's Creed, so there's nothing wrong with that. I think maybe you want to play one of the new ones, but maybe Origins is for you. Maybe you like a more of an RPG Assassin's Creed game. It could be worth playing. I mean, if you like Middle-earth, what I will say is if you like the Middle-earth games, you will like the Batman games because the combat is based very much off the Batman game. So I'll probably recommend you pick up Batman Return to Arkham. You get Arkham Asylum and Arkham City in there. Literally £10, and it's going to take you it's probably about 200 hours to platinum both those games. But for £10 you get an absolute bargain, and you get some really great games with it. This is a 10-year account. I'm just thinking, 10 years for this account, and there's barely any games played on it. I don't know if maybe you're not a massive gamer, you just kind of play certain games and leave it, or you go back to certain games, because it's just, you think that when someone's been gaming for 10 years, they would have played more than 44 games. That's 4 games a year. I know, great maths, but maybe you're just the type of gamer who gets really stuck into a game. I know when I was a lot younger, I used to just play FIFA all the time. I used to play FIFA 30 hours a week, and that's the only game I play for years on end, because I just goddamn love some football. But again, some more recommendations. Do I have any really? It's kind of hard because I don't want to tell people how to game and how not to game. I think there's easily games on this list you could definitely clean up. Skyrim's long but not hard. Spider-Man DLC could be done. There's a few harder ones towards the end, like for example Driver San Francisco and Advanced Warfare. All the Call of Duty games are pretty difficult, but there's definitely some games on here you would enjoy. I mean, I always recommend the first-party story-driven games. So if you like, there's no God of War on this list, is there? God of War, man, come on. God of War and Bloodborne. 2 of the best games I've played in the past 2-3 years are those games. And Remnant from the Ashes, goddammit. This applies to everybody, actually, in this list. All of you should band together, get Remnant because it was free on PS Plus, and all of you should play Remnant together because it is one of the best games I've ever played. It's probably my top 5 PlayStation 4 games now. That's how much I love that game. So that's my recommendation to everybody who has not played Remnant of all time. If you're a trophy hunter, if you're a casual, if you have anything to do with me, Remnant from the Ashes is a game to play. And there you have it, guys. There was 4 beginner trophy lists reviewed. Some really varying lists. It's really good to see different lists and see all these new gamers coming in. Some of these people who I've reviewed today have had their accounts for a long period of time. Maybe they've started trophy hunting at some point, dropped off and come back on, and other people have just maybe joined in the past year and have maybe just experienced this love of trophy hunting and this love of purpose and commitment and working to something more than just playing the game. And that's what trophy hunting provides to me. It gives me that opportunity to take the game to the next level, and rather than just enjoy a game for what it is, I get a bit of challenge and I get a bit of reward and, as I said, purpose for finishing those games. And yeah, we all love trophy hunting, and that's why we're here, and that's why you've watched this 30-minute video of me rambling about other people's trophy lists. Am I right? Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like this new beginner spin-off series, let me know down below. There is a tab on my community page where you can submit your beginner account, but again, you have to have an account that is either your first platinum was last year or later, or you have less than 50 platinums overall. I think I would more encourage newcomers into the game, not people who've been playing for 10 years and have less platinums. I want to really talk about and review trophy lists of brand new people to the community, because I want them to feel included in this big community of ours, because people have been gaming for people have been collecting trophies for 13 years now at this point. We need to make sure we're always welcoming the new guys. And that's all for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy.